vending machine commission. So I do not place my machines in locations that request commission. This is a personal decision, obviously, but to me it just doesn't make any sense. So just in the history of vending machines, if you place your machine in a business like a hair salon, a laundromat, a mall, a school, or a barbershop, or a gym, the people usually will ask you for commission for putting the machine there, because basically you're helping them make money, or they're helping you make money, so in turn they want a cut of the commission. So here's why commission is going to make your business obsolete and fail. So I've said this in other videos, but in vending, you can't set your prices to consider all the expenses that you have, right? The only way you can offset that is by getting more vending machines. It's both. You have to just have more machines that produce more money than what your expenses are. So if I am selling a Snicker, it costs me a fixed amount to get the Snicker. And just to make the numbers nice, we'll say 60 cents. It's less than that, but 60 cents about for a candy bar. For most candy, it's 57 cents, but let's just use 60 cents. So, and then I can sell that Snickers for maybe $1, maybe $1.25. So I can get either 40 cents for that Snicker, or I can get 65 cents for that Snicker, right? Maybe I can sell it for $1.50. And then I can get $1 for that Snicker, or 90 cents or 60 cents. So what happens when you have commission is you are taking directly away from your profit, right? And there's no way for you to put it back, or there's no way for you to pad it. Well, there is, but essentially, if I go to a place and they want 10% commission, the Snickers cost me 60 cents. So now technically that Snicker cost me 70 cents. And then if I sell that Snicker for $1, I only make 30 cents instead of 40 cents. And if I can sell that Snicker all the way up to $1.50, then I make 80 cents instead of 90 cents, right? So people are giving their profit away. In vending, 10 cents is a lot of money. You can't give 10 cents away. So the alternative is that the vending operators don't lose their money and don't lose the location, what they would do is say, okay, I'll give you commission, but I'm just going to raise my price by the percent that you want commission. So essentially, I'm not affected by the 10 cents. So the thought is, okay, so I normally only sell my Snicker for $1, but this time I'm going to sell it for $1.10. So I still make 40 cents off of the Snicker when I pay you your 10 cent commission, your 10% commission. Right? Okay, great. So here's the thing, is that now that Snicker went from $1 to $1.10, right? So, like I said, I think most places you can sell your Snicker for, minimum, you should be selling it for, is like $1.25. So, there's not many markets that'll hold $1.50 for a candy bar price, right? So, in the example that I just gave, if you raise your price by 10 cents, 10% to accommodate the commission, that $1.25 Snicker is $1.35 or $1.50, and it's not very many places that are going to pay that much for a Snicker unless it's just like dire circumstances, right? There's just no other option around, and they're just going to buy it because they're so hungry, but it's outrageously priced at $1.50, right? So you're not going to, you're in turn not saving yourself any money, because now nobody's buying your product because it's so high, because you've had to mark the price up to accommodate the commission so that you don't lose your profit. So that's why if people want commission, I don't entertain it, because there's so many more places that will take your machine without even bothering to ask you for commission. Half people don't even know to ask for commission. If you are bringing up commission when you are placing your vending machine, you are doing yourself a disservice. You're giving away money that they didn't even know they're really not entitled to, but you're giving away money that they didn't even know that was an option. A lot of times people just want the vending machine at their business so that their employees are happy. And I've had locations where if they would have asked me for commission, because I was making so much money, I probably would have given it to them just because it was that much money, but they never asked. What I would do instead is I would go and buy them breakfast or donuts or something like that, and bring things in every now and then, like once a quarter, just to show them thank you for your business, we appreciate it. And the employers like that, you know. And a lot of times, so for what reason do you have, if you have your vending machine in Kellogg, why do they need your $10 a month in commission? Like, for what? Which is another reason that most companies won't even ask for it, because who does that even go to? And the cost to process that $10 probably loses them money. So it's just not. People just don't ask for it. Schools ask for it. Churches ask for it. Churches ask for the most insane amount of commission ever. I had a church ask me for 20% commission one time. Needless to say, the communication stopped. I don't give commission, and that's what I said. I'm sorry, I don't give commission. So if you'd like to move forward with me, then it will be on a non-commission basis. Period. I don't give commission. So just think about that when you are trying to place your vending machines, because sometimes giving commission can be detrimental to your profit and to your business. So just in my opinion, don't give commission if you don't have to give commission. Like I said, there's so many other places that'll take your machine and won't ask you for a penny. So then don't put yourself in a situation where you need to pay commission. It's just not necessary to get a location. It's not necessary to be successful, and then that's just another headache on your part, because then you have, especially if some of us that don't have, not some of us, not being me, but vending operators that don't have credit card processors on your vending machines, that you have to keep track of that manually. You have to make sure that the vendor feels like you're fairly calculating what they are getting. It's just a lot of stuff that goes on with commission besides taking from your profit. So just don't do it. It takes out of your profit, and if you increase your price to accommodate for the commission, then it takes out of your profit anyway, because your prices become too high that people don't want to buy your items. And then you get a hit with a double whammy, because maybe your products expire because they're not buying them fast enough. So, it is what that's my take on commission. Obviously, it's up to everybody's own discretion to pay commission, but in my opinion, do not give commission. Do not give commission.